Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome. Hope everybody had a great week. We're going to get started with our Shabbat service, but first we're going to light the Shabbat candles. Can we have a volunteer to light the candles? Do both of you want to do it? I said both, Aviva. Okay. What's that? 4. Which good matches now. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu v'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Yasher Koach. Thank you so much. Aviva, grab your siddur and then come back up here with me, please. Okay, and we will turn to page 5, and we will begin with Shalom Aleichem at the bottom of the page. Ready? Mm-hmm. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We'll turn ahead to page 11, and we'll continue with Lechune Ranena. Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Ladonai. Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Ladonai. Naria, Naria, Letsuri Shenu, Mekadama Fanav Betodah. Naria, Naria, Letsuri Shenu, Bizmirot Naria lo. Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Ladonai. Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Lechune Ranena, Adonai. The heavens shall be glad and the earth rejoice, the sea and its fullness roar, the meadows and all that grows in them exult. Even the trees of the forest shall sing praise as Adonai comes to judge the earth, judging lands with righteousness and people with divine truth. We'll continue in the middle of page 14. Yismechu Hashamayim. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Umlo, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam umlo'o, Yismechu hashamayim hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, Betagel haaretz. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy. We'll continue bottom of the Hebrew section on page 20 with Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodsho. And we'll now turn to page 21. We'll continue with Mizmor LeDavid. Please rise. Go for it.
Mizmor LeDavid.
Havol Adonai b'nei Elim. Havol Adonai kavod va'oz. Havol Adonai kevod shemo. Ishtachavu Adonai behadrat kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim. Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vayeshaber Adonai et arzei halvanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel levanon vesirion, kemo ven remim. Kol Adonai chosef le'avotei, Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar, Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai Yechol Elayalot, Vayechesov Yaroto Vechalot, Kulo Omer Kavod, Adonai Lamabul Yashav, Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. You may be seated. And we'll continue now with Lachadodi. Starting on page 23, we'll do the first two stanzas, and then the middle stanza on 24, and the final stanza on 25, and we'll rise at that time, face the entrance to welcome Shabbat. Page 23. You ready? Mm-hmm. Lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai 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 penei Shabbat mekabela ai lalai. Lecha dodi likrat kalai lalai 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 penei Shabbat mekabela ai lalai. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad hishmi'anu el hameyuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shemu tiferet v'litchila lecha dodi likrat kala halalai 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 pnei Shabbat kabela ai lai lai lecha dodi likrat kala halalai 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 pnei Shabbat Mekabela ai lai lai likrat Shabbat lechu v'nehelcha ki hi mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machashava techila lecha dodi likrat kala lalai 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 pnei Shabbat Mekabela ai lai lai lecha dodi likrat kal halalai lalai lalai pnei Shabbat Mekabela ai lai. Middle of 24 Hitoreri hitoreri, kiva orech pumiori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alaich nigla, lecha dodi likrat chala, lalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai, lai, lai, lecha dodi likrat chala, lalai, lalai, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Please rise and face the entrance. Be at bottom of 25. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, lecha dodi likrat chala, lalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabelai, lai, lai, lecha dodi likrat chala, lalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Okay, you may be seated. And we'll continue now with the Psalm for Shabbat, top of page 27. Mizmor shir le'yom HaShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, uzamer l'shimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatecha baleilot, ale asor va'ale navel, Alehi gayon bechinor, mizmor shir le'yom HaShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. We'll continue with Tzadikat Amar, middle page 28. Tzadikat Amar Yifrach Ke'erez balvanon Yizke shetulim Beveit Adonai Bechasrot Eloheinu Yafrihu Od Yenuvun Beseva Deshenim Verananim Yiyu Lehagid Ki Ashar Adonai Tsuri Tsuri Velo Avlatabo. Okay, you can have a seat for just a second. Thank you, Aviva. Yasher Koach. We are going to switch moods for a moment. I invite everyone to turn to page 178. And we will recite the prayer for the state of Israel. We'll begin by singing Avinu Shabbat Shamayim together, and then we'll recite the prayer in English on the English side of 178. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Sur Yisrael V'Goalo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Sur Yisrael V'Goalo. Barech, Barech, et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Smichat Geulateinu, Hagen Aleha Bevrat Chastecha, Uferos Aleha Sukat Shelomecha. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Sur Yisrael V'Goalo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Sur Yisrael V'Goalo. Avinu Sheba Shamayim, stronghold and redeemer of the people Israel, bless the state of Israel, that it may be the beginning of our redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace, guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel, strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land, deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph, bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy, and let us say, Amen. We will now turn back a few pages to page 173. And we'll continue with the Misha Berach prayer for those who are ill. If you have a name of someone you would like to say out loud this evening, please go ahead and rise in your place. And after we read through the names on our list, you'll be able to say the name out loud. If there's anybody online who wants to add a name, you'll be able to unmute as well. We'll begin by singing together the Debbie Friedman Misha Berach, top left corner of 173. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Tal ben Sarah, Shoshana bat Yocheved, Ilya Yisrael Richter ben Rachel, Vegahana bat Sima, Arizelig ben Yehudit, Yaakov Achana bat Rivka Simcha, Shena Razel bat Sima, Freda bat Gittel, Moshe Halevi ben Yehudit, Moshe Tzindel ben Sora, Joanne Finston, Yehudit bat Yeta, Esther Tenenbaum, Diane Chodorow, Rachel Langer, Jack Azuz, Batya Podos, Andrea Kotke, Jennifer Brown Lerner, Eva Kuras, Ken Gasser, Harvey Colchin, Jennifer Hayden, Julia Damerow, Betty Harvey, Keith Harvey, Doreen Klosky, Frances Gilston, Elva Pineda, Deborah Diamond, Stanley Satz, Judy Pitkovsky, Nancy Levick, Ernest Edinger, Israel Ben Ita, Rodney Satz, Lynn Friedman, Marty Mayo, Joseph Melech, Killian Parker, and Tanya Bobrick.
Julia. Gabriel Costa, Ernie Casillas, Ronald Casillas, and Julia Damaro.
Anybody online would like to add a name? Misha Beirach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. May they all find the healing that they so need and so deserve. All right, Aviva, come back up. And since we have a minyan between those who are here and those who are online, I invite everyone to please rise for the Baruch on page 39A. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. You want to do this reading?
Not really.
You want to do it with me?
Sure.
Okay. We'll continue with the English reading, middle of 39A. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. U'mavir yom u'mevi laila, u'mavdil ben yom u'ben laila, Adonai Tsevaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid imloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, hamari v'aravim. And we'll continue with Ahavat Olam, top of page 40. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amacha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochveinu u'b'kumeinu, nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu ve'orech yameinu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem nege yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla, ve'ahavatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Aviva will lead us in Shema ve'ahavta, page 41.
Shema Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Ve'afta
Et Adonai Elohecha, bechol levavecha, ubechol nafshecha, ubechol meodecha, vehayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha, hayom al levavecha, veshinantam levanecha, vedibarta bam, B'shivtecha b'veitecha, u'b'lechtecha v'aderech, u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha, u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'v'yisharecha. We'll continue privately with the second paragraph of the Shema, and then we'll pick up together again with the third paragraph in the middle of page 42. Ready? Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el bnei Yisrael, ve'amarta alehem, ve'asu lahem tzitzit, al kanfei videhem ledorotam, ve'natenu al tzitzit hakanaf betil techelet, ve'haya lachem. Letzitzit uritem oto, uzkartem et kol mitzvot Adonai, vasitem otam, velo taturu, acharei levavachem ve'acharei einechem, asher atem zonim achareihem, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet.
We'll continue top of page 43a. Emet ve'emuna kol zot v'kayam aleinu, ki hu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ein zulato, va'anachnu Yisrael amo. God brought Israel from its midst to lasting freedom and led them through the divided water of the Sea of Reeds. As their pursuers and enemies drowned in the depths, God's children beheld the power of the divine. They praised and acknowledged God's name willingly, accepting God's sovereignty. And then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang unto you. Top of page 44, we'll continue with Micha Mocha. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef eleh. Malchutecha ra'u banecha. Bokei ayam lifnei Moshe. Ze'eli anu ve'ameru. Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. ונאמר כי פחד אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Yisrael. And we'll continue with Hashkivenu, starting top of page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeitenu Uvo'enu lechaim ulshalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Ufaros aleinu sukat shalomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Please rise for Vishamru, top of page 46. We currently do not have a minyan, but if the one person comes back, then we will. From Vishamru, we'll go into the silent Amida, but if we then have a minyan, we'll do Chatzi Kaddish. Page 46 at the top. Ready? Veshamru Bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. And we'll continue now with the private silent Amidah for Erev Shabbat that begins on page 47 and concludes on page 52. Ose shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Ya'ase shalom, ya'ase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ya'ase shalom. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen. We'll continue with the full Kaddish, middle of page 54. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'almadi v'rak yirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yomechon u'v'chayi l'chol Beit Yisrael b'agalav v'zman karim ve'imru. Amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach Le'alam le'al me'al maya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei l'kudesha b'richu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'yimeru. Amen. Titkabal tzalaton v'aton d'chol Yisrael chodam avahon v'yishmaya v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chaim alim v'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. Ose shalom imromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. We are going to continue now with the Shabbat evening Kiddush. If anybody wants to partake in some grape juice, we have the cups and the bottle of grape juice over here. So please come forward. And in a moment, we'll continue on page 55. I do invite everyone to please rise. That's because it is Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Make sure you get one too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Okay, page 55. Savarim Ananan Verabanan Verabotai, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Borei Peri Hagafen. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam, Asher Kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, B'Shabbat Kodsho Be'ahava Uvratzon Hinchilanu, Zikaron Lema'aseh Bereshit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Ki vanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchalotanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. L'chaim. You sure you don't want some?
Yep.
Okay. We'll continue with Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים. לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס עולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת. אין עוד, על כן קבלך אדוני אלוהינו. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני מלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. We will now take a moment to remember those that are no longer with us. This Shabbat, we remember the yahrzeits of Celia Berlin, David Levy Helms, Hien Lam, Max Sinowitz, and Sarah Nachamkin. And we also express our condolences to the Yoder family as well. One of our longtime CBI members, Gloria Yoder, passed away earlier this week. May her memory be for goodness and for a blessing. May all of their memories be for goodness and for a blessing. And we'll continue with Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divara Kirute ve'amlich Malchute, V'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'gala u'v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal Shemei dekudesha barichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi Shalom Rabba min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. And you may be seated. In a few moments, we will conclude with Adon Olam, but before then, we have a couple of announcements. Firstly, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. We'll have a small oneg when we're done with the service in the lobby. Tomorrow morning, Shabbat morning services are at 9:30. And then tomorrow evening, we have our Sparks of Havdalah, where we're going to be showing the documentary film Join or Die. The event will actually start with a Shabbat meal, a Seudat Shlishit, which I believe is at 5. Yes. 5 o'clock is when the whole event starts. We'll have Seudat Shlishit, the third meal of Shabbat, and then we will do Havdalah and then show the film. So I don't know if reservations or tickets are still. Oh, it's too late. Okay.
I guess if you want to come to the film part, but as far as the meal,
Right.
RSVP is already.
All right. So we are closed for RSVPs, but the yes. Right, but Havdalah and the film are still open to everyone else, which I think should be around 6 is when they're planning to show it,
Yeah, I think that sounds about
roughly. Okay,
Quote me on it.
right. And then Sunday morning, as we have every Sunday at the JCC, is the Run for Their Lives program, where a group gets together to stand in solidarity with the hostages that are still not yet returned. And then they do a walk around the field that is towards the right-hand side and behind the JCC property. And that's every Sunday at 12:30. Yes, Jimmy.
But this Sunday, we have a special discussion.
That's right, correct. Thank you. And then 9:15? 9:15 a.m. this Sunday, we will also be having a discussion led by Marissa Wald about the situation going on in Israel. Where is that taking place?
Is it Adler Lounge, but depending on how many people we might have to be.
Okay, so we're going to start in the Adler Lounge. We might have to move somewhere else depending on how many people show up. And the only thing that we ask is to please just be respectful and civil. We know that it's a nuanced situation. We know that people have different feelings and opinions about the whole thing. So just please keep that in mind. We will not entertain any kind of uncivil discourse during this event. And again, Marissa Wald is going to be running that. What's that?
In person only.
Yeah, there's no online. That's in person only. Okay. And then looking ahead, we have the JCC Hanukkah, it's hosted at the JCC. It's community-wide Hanukkah festival. That's at the JCC, December 15th. That's a Sunday at 1:00 p.m. Am I missing anything? We have Aviva's Bat Mitzvah next Shabbat. If it hasn't been, you've been helping us with services now for the past several weeks, Aviva. So I think we're pretty set to go, right? Okay, and then also we have the religious school Shabbat in December as well, which, Jimmy, do you have the date for that or not? It's the 13th, right? Yes, I think it's the same weekend as the Hanukkah festival, so yes, December 13th, Friday night, is the religious school Shabbat, where all of our students and classes will be coming up to lead the service. And we're going to be celebrating them. Yes, Jimmy.
Tomorrow morning, also there's
and we have junior congregation tomorrow morning as well, 10:15 in here, which will be led by Rabbi Flicker. Any other announcements?
Birthday Shabbat for the 20th.
We really need to start making a list for announcements, right? Okay.
Question.
Yes.
Religious school Shabbat, is it with or without a dinner?
Not sure.
We don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Shabbat, Friday night of Thanksgiving weekend, will be the birthday and anniversary Shabbat for the month of November. So if you have a birthday or anniversary, please make sure to come to that. And as a reminder, for the Saturday morning of Aviva's Bat Mitzvah, like we do for all the Bnai Mitzvah, we will be starting at 9:00 instead of 9:30. So please note the time change. Okay, is that everything? Yes. Okay, great. Aviva, come back up. We're going to conclude with Adon Olam on page 211. Which version do you want to do?
Top line one.
Right.
The instrument one.
Okay. Page 211. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Teren Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa B'Chefso Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Adon Olam Vehu Haya Vehu Hofer Vehu Hieh B'Tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Teren Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa V'Chefso Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam Vehu Echad Ve'ein Sheni Lehamshilo Le'achbira Adon Olam Beli Reshit Beli Tachlit Velo Haoz Ve'Hamisra Adon Olam Asher Malach בטרם כל יציר נברא להתנשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצור חבלי בעת צרה אדון עולם והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנת כוסי ביום מקרא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא להתנשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם בידו אפקיד רוחי בעת תישן ואירא אדון עולם ואם רוחי גוויעתי אדוני לי ולא אירא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא להתנשא בחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Please join us in the lobby for the Oneg. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, 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 Am Yisrael Chai. Good Shabbos.